dogs. Puppy raisers provide loving homes for puppies until they are old enough to begin formal training. Help raise an adorable pup into a future guide or service dog for a person who is blind, visually impaired, a veteran, or a first responder. Visit puppy.guidedog.org to learn more. That's guidedog.org. Sponsored by the Guide Dog Foundation.
It may help you cut me on, Drake.
Yeah.
Yes, we are here with Inside Middle Tennessee, I think. At least most of the time.
I hope.
And as usual, we're having pretty good party even without the microphones on. But
It's fine.
yeah, we can do that. I
I
mean,
might do a Jim Ross and stand up sometime, like you used to against the wall over
I,
there.
I stood up for years up against that wall where the TV
Yeah.
was. Well, we had a room full between
Yeah.
we had some big personalities in the room. We had Dan James running the board. We had Robert McKay sitting over here about where you were, but
Yeah.
up against the wall. We had Bob Duncan sitting exactly where you were. Ed Harlan was sitting over there
Well,
in,
you
in
couldn't
that
have
corner.
gathered a more exuberant group.
Well, we didn't have any females, and so it was.
Because I'm the first female that was
Yeah, you are.
on air
You are.
with y'all.
Well, I told you, if I were going down the road and I was listening, if I were going down the road and the radio went off and they were just talking, I'd stop and I'd say, "Did y'all know you're no longer on the air?"
The mic's hot.
Yeah.
I suspect that Landon and Drake, who are with us this morning, can sit here and tell us all about a few broadcasts where the mic was hot and they,
Yeah.
Hot mic,
didn't know it.
I have texted y'all on listening to y'all when
Yeah.
I'm not at the station or y'all are on, and I'm like, hot mic, someone, hot mic.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. There are many commercial breaks where I've been glad that the microphones are off.
Now,
Yeah.
but to their credit, let it be known that Drake and Landon have never said anything on air that the FCC has banned.
Yeah.
No,
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
The
Well, I
FCC.
wouldn't
That was a
expect-
whole
Knowing
section.
both of your families, I would not expect that.
No, my parents would wear me out as an adult. So
Well, you'd have Sheila standing at your door with a ruler in her hand.
that too.
Let me see those knuckles.
Yeah.
She did not have a paddle, y'all, when she was a teacher.
Really?
Well, I did. I paddled 2 boys and one more. I can remember the 2 I paddled.
What grade were they in?
They were in the 10th grade, and the one I can't remember was in the 11th grade. The 2 that were in the 10th grade were just silly, and they wouldn't quit laughing or something, and so I called their mothers. You know, I did all the right things, and I was writing on the board, and they kept carrying on, and I said, "You just wait till I get through here, and I'm going to give you something you may never have had before." And I don't think I hurt anybody, but one of them was Bobby Joe. Hey, well, shoot.
Don't tell it on the radio. Just
Well,
say,
anyway, he became a policeman.
confidentiality is part of the
We might
situation.
take you in, Miss Sheila.
Anyway, he later worked at Central when we started the SROs things, Bobby Joe Haywood, and he would say, "You know what? Miss Hickman whooped me," and we'd have the biggest laugh at it. And his son is now the chief of police.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good testament.
But he turned over a new leaf after that. The other boy was named Eddie Harris, and I've lost him. I don't know where he is. If you're out there, Eddie Harris, I hope I made a great difference in your life.
Well, I'll have y'all know Delk Kennedy has joined us in here, and I
Well,
want to
very
remind,
good.
and I've told Delk this story, but I want to remind him of something that he said a long, long, long time ago when he was an ADA, I think here, and he said I could solve I could solve 90% of juvenile crime in Murray County if you issued me a big deputy and a boat paddle.
I think I remember
good.
the last person I remember getting paddled. I was in the first grade at Baker Elementary, and I had Miss Barron was our teacher. So anybody that knew Martha Barron, she her husband was Mr. Jack Barron, that was the assistant principal at Central and a history teacher at Central. But she pulled a kid out, and we all just sat there and we heard the whaps in the hallway.
Ooh.
We were all
Ooh.
like, "Oh!" So
Bill
yeah.
Grimsey taught across the hall from me. He taught biology, and he was just a great fella. And I don't know when we quit paddling. Now I don't remember, but
Well, I was in the first grade when
well, I guess
that's the last
when we
paddling
quit.
I remember.
But anyway, Bill Grimsey from time to time would take one of those old sophomore boys out there and paddle him, and everybody else would be good all day. It had a salubrious effect over the whole bunch.
Oh, there's our word of the day.
Salubrious.
Yeah. Well, you know, all you need to do
I
is.
didn't teach English. I didn't teach English for nothing.
Well, they used to say if your employees are all in an uproar, you fire one of them and everybody else takes notice.
Oh, yeah,
right-
everybody
right-
straightens
right
up for a
quick.
while.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I can proudly say that I never went to the principal's office one time, and I tell you it's because I knew that if I got in trouble at school when I got home, it was going to be a whole lot
We all,
worse.
the fear of Eddie
Educators'
Hickman
children,
was
yeah.
alive and well with me, and I did have to go to the principal's office, y'all, but it was for different circumstances to get the car keys or money.
Okay, now
from my
that I
dad.
did have to do,
But,
yes.
and then
I did do that.
I did get called in Whitthorne one time. I did get called to Mr. Yancey's office. So he was the principal after Bernard Childers. We had Bernard Childers my 6th grade year, and then Coach Yancey became the principal at Whitthorne after that. And he calls up to the whatever classroom I was in, and he goes, "I need Sarah Elizabeth to come to the office."
Oh.
From that, because the 7th grade hall was the farthest hallway at Whitthorne at that point.
Ooh. It's a long
Walking
walk.
from there to his office, I went through everything I had done that whole week because I was like, I know I didn't backtalk anybody. I know I didn't, I went through everything I could
you just
possibly.
relived it all.
So you
Because
plead your
I
case.
knew if I was about to get in trouble when I got home, it was
Was
going
in more
to be.
trouble.
Worse.
Eddie Hickman had already been notified I was being sent to the office somehow by an angel messenger or somebody had already notified him.
we didn't
that I
have
was-
text back
no,
then.
we
did
know. So by the time I got there, I was pretty shaken, and so he goes, "Sarah Elizabeth, you all right?" I'm like, I don't know what I've done, Mr. Yancey. And he goes, "You haven't done anything except write an essay that's won an essay contest." And I said, "Oh, okay." He goes, I'm going to call your parents here in a little bit. And he said, "Congratulations, Maurice Lightfoot has just called, and you have won the essay contest for the Polk stamp for the
Oh,
7th
my
grade for the
goodness, I
county."
forgot about that. The
And he
Pope
goes,
stamp.
"Congratulations." And I was like, "Oh my God, I thought I was going to be dead." And he goes, "No, Sarah Elizabeth, if you were in real trouble, I'm sure your daddy would have already been over here to
Yeah.
watch
Well, you know,
this."
one
So-
rule for teachers should be is that if you ever get something to summon a child to go to the office, you need to tell the child on the front end, this is a good visit, not a bad visit.
Yeah.
I will say there
so
was
you could reduce the anxiety level.
Yes, yeah.
there was one time I did get in actual trouble in middle school. I got a detention, I think, because I missed an assignment or something. I can't remember. Well, looking back, I'm just like, doesn't even. It's not something I lose sleep over or anything.
Right.
But my dad came to the school and met me outside and gave me a real.
Well, your dad's
scolding.
in the military.
Oh
so
yeah,
there's a
and he was in his
excellence.
suit from work. I mean, not military, just from like being at the office. And I was just like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I saw him out there.
Landon, did you get in trouble?
Not that I remember getting in trouble. Of course, being a kid, I remember having some disagreements on the playground over basketball or soccer
course,
or
of
stuff like
course,
that.
yes.
But nothing that sent me to the principal's office for something bad. I did take a couple good trips to the principal's
Yes,
office,
yes.
like
Yeah.
doing good on assignment, essay awards, ribbons, all that type of stuff. 4-H, Boy Scouts,
Oh,
that
all
type
the
of-
fun
yeah.
stuff. What
Yeah.
about you, Delk? Did you go visit the principal any?
At Columbia Military
Delk
Academy.
was a golden child. no, the
He's making a look.
he was at CMA, and CMA had the bull ring.
Yeah,
No, they had boat paddles with holes drilled in them so they could get more speed. Region peoples beat the hell out of me.
Well, what role was Region? He was he a teacher?
Yeah, he was a coach and a teacher.
Well, he was awfully young at that time then.
Yeah, I think he was right
Yes,
out
he
right out of
was.
Alabama. Yeah.
Which means that he had a lot of youthful speed on there.
And the downward slope of
He
the
literally lit
paddle.
my ass up.
Well, I want to remind Sheila of an old name, but I remember being in the 8th grade at the old Whitthorne, which used to be Central High School, which is back there by the Board of Education.
Yes.
I was in 8th grade in Miss Vickery's class.
Oh my.
And I think the assistant principal then, or principal or assistant principal, was Mr. Bill Bowers,
Yeah.
if you remember.
He wound up at Baker.
Well, he was the last guy you wanted to go see to get
Oh,
a
my.
paddle because he would hit you so hard he would lift you off the ground.
Yeah, I've seen Hardy Lloyd do that. We said, "Would you step in here, Miss Hickman, and witness these paddlings?" And I know what these two old boys had done. He said, "Okay, boys, it's your choice: 3 days or 3 licks." And they said, "Oh well, we'll just do these 3 licks. That'll be over." Oh yeah. Well, Hardy Lloyd was not a small fella,
No.
and he gave them a fair warning that they should not do this again.
Well, we digress as we always do.
Yeah,
Yes,
we go.
do. That's a helpful topic.
That was fun.
But you know, the whole idea of spare the rod and spoil the child, it just went kaflooey somewhere. And I'm not in favor of beating children, but I think sometimes you have to get their attention. You don't have to bruise them, but you have to get their attention. A little swat there now.
What is it when in Smokey and the Bandit when Buford T. Justice kicks that guy in the backside and just goes, "That's an attention getter."
Yes, that is an attention getter. Yeah, Sheila Hickman got my attention one time with a hairbrush. She broke a hairbrush.
But I didn't paddle you.
No, Eddie Hickman did, but that's fine. We're just moving.
My
The
dad
fear of Eddie
paddled me.
Hickman is still alive and well in me, even though he is in heaven. I still, if I
What,
still
what do you
fear
mean? I'm scared of him now. I'm 70 years old.
the fear of.
He did things right, and he wanted everybody else to do things right. He didn't always do everything right. I don't mean that way, but he had high standards for the rest of us.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, by the way, we need to have a belated happy birthday to Mr. Delp Kennedy.
Oh,
Happy
yes,
birthday,
Del.
Del.
Birthday, Del.
Thank you, Jim.
Notice we didn't say anything about telling the audience how
Did you
old
have
you
a
are. We let
cake?
Drake Colley do that for you
Oh.
earlier this week.
Thank you, gang. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a chocolate cake for him here in the studio
Oh,
a couple
good.
days ago. That was
Very
fun.
good.
Yes,
That was good
yes.
time.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just a number.
It is just a number. It is just.
All right, folks. I tell you what. Do we want to take a break and come back to our guest,
Yes,
or do we want to,
yes,
or do we
let's
want
do
to do
that.
it?
Yeah.
Let's do that because we've got plenty of time. We'll be right back with Inside Middle Tennessee.
This is Ellie the Greek, and you are listening to Inside Middle Tennessee on 101.7 WKOM.
Buicks of today are among the most dependable and luxurious vehicles in America, and Parks Motor Sales has them all. Find excellent deals on the Buick Envista. Parks has SUVs, the Encore, Enclave, and Envision. Their exceptional staff can help you find your best fit with financing for your budget. For a vehicle that has everything, experience the new Buick. For a dealer that has everything, experience Parks Motor Sales. Visit 919 Nashville Highway or parksmotorsales.com.
Hello, I'm Barbara Lincoln with Hollins Pharmacy. You may have heard our previous commercials about compression hosiery that we carry at Hollins Pharmacy. Well, we've recently expanded into a full line of knee braces, back, wrist, ankle, and other support wear. We will gladly help you get just the right fit for these items and, of course, special order items to ensure the proper fit. Come see us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane, or call us at 931-388-4233. 388-4233.
You're not just a homeowner, you're also an ice maker that didn't read the job description owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call Davis Heating and Cooling at 931-388-2090 for all your home comfort needs. Davis Heating and Cooling is your local independent American Standard dealer and proudly serves the Murray County area. Find Davis Heating and Cooling online and on Facebook or call today, 388-2090.
True love is rare, just like a natural diamond. At Tillis Jewelry on the Columbia Square, we celebrate love with something just as timeless. Natural diamonds, formed over 1 billion years, made to last for generations.
This diamond has been in our family for generations.
Because love isn't just for now, it's forever. Tillis Jewelry on the Columbia Square, where rare meets rare diamonds. Visit us today and find your forever.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
What is it, girl? You say there are people winning big all over the state? How? They're playing instant games from the Tennessee Lottery with chances to win a whole lot of bones? Fantastic! Where can I play? At any lottery retailer? Oh, what a good girl. Now show me the way. Find your game-changing fun today with instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Please play responsibly.
And now for something you might not have known. Brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. If you started counting right now and maintained a pace of 1 number per second, it would take you about 255 years to reach more than 8 billion. And here's something else you might not have known. The Tennessee Lottery has raised more than $8 billion for education, and we don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. You can count on that. The Tennessee Lottery, game-changing, life-changing fun.
Good morning. I'm James Dixon with WKOM and WKRM Front Porch Radio. We down here at Foodland Supermarket located at 427th West 7th Street. Bobby, we have a big sale going on, back to school basic sale they call it right now.
Yeah, the price you see is the price you pay at the register. We got T-bone steaks, $5.99 a pound. Catfish nuggets, 2-pound bag, $4.99. Wright's bacon, 40-ounce package, $10.99. Chicken wings, $2.49 a pound. Watermelons, $4.99. 3-pound bag of yellow onions, 2 for $5. Pure Life water, 3 for $10, 24-pack. Mayfield ice cream, $3.99. Tide detergent, 107 ounce, $7.99. Shank's portion hams, Cooks, $1.99 a pound. Whole pork loins, $1.99 a pound. And lots of other great bargains here at the store today.
And this store is always so friendly. The store's always clean. And Bobby, what else?
Just go Braves and God bless everybody.
Come see Foodland for all your grocery needs. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Front Porch Radio, 101.7 WKOM.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
I want to listen to it for a second.
All right. Good old Dino Martin.
In your kiss, just
All right, folks. It's hard not to like Dino. You know. Now, I'm glad to hear a little bit of that Dino or a little Rat Pack stuff, considering that we've been hung up on the Statler Brothers
Yeah.
and a few of the old country music folks.
Country, we got us some.
I think
we need-
eclectic taste. here.
Yes, I would like to do a show with SEC fight songs and explain the fight songs.
I'd love
I'm gonna
that.
do that.
I'd be down for that.
You ought to do it in the history moment.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, the guys and I will work on that for next week.
We'll do that.
Yeah, I like
No,
that.
that'd be
I'd,
really good.
I'd love that. That'd be awesome.
All right, folks, let me introduce the players real quick. I'm Jim Ross. We got Drake Pugh on the board. We got Landon Seacrest here. We got owner-operator Delk Kennedy with us, and the dynamic duo of Sheila Hickman and Sarah Elizabeth Hickman-McLeod. And we're missing a third of the terrific trio, but she has to learn a little something.
She's got to make it through the 6th grade.
That's right. And somebody who is absolutely not afraid of anybody on this panel, and a friend of the station, Suzanne Ganser is here. All right,
We're
Sarah.
glad to have her.
I love having Suzanne, and she's coming to talk about Fall Fest.
Well, she's so bashful.
It's been a while since we've had her.
You know?
It's been a while since she's been in, but
been a while.
You know, she's afraid of a microphone and doesn't like to talk.
No, not at all.
we met them when they first came to Columbia. They were with Jimmy Campbell and Sue. We met y'all at Diddy's or somewhere.
Yes.
All right, Suzanne, this is a tough crowd in here, you know.
Yeah.
I know you're intimidated totally.
I've done it before, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
But
I'm
we
ready.
have been so thankful to know them and have them as a part of our town. And she helps hold up 1/4 or 1/2 of the Kiwanis Club.
Yeah.
I guess 1/2 would be better.
Yeah.
Well, she keeps the range in business out at Greenmer Country Club, too.
Yeah.
I try. I'm trying. It's not working very well. That's why I'm there all the time.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Well, anyway, so Fall Fest is coming up, right?
Yeah. This year, Murray County is sponsoring the Fall Fest along with the Kiwanis Club of Columbia and the Chili Cook-Off.
Okay, so it's all a big
It's all
combo
one big
this year.
event, just like it was last year and the year before that and the year before that. But this year there's a little bit of a switch because the location has changed. Last year it was downtown. That's because it was conjunction with the city. This year it's in conjunction with the county. So we're going to do it at the parking lot at East 7th and Woodland.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
That's a good place.
It's going to be great. We have roughly 20 competitors for the Chili Cook-Off. We have we've got great sponsorships this year, so I want to thank all of our sponsors. The
All right,
Fest-
Suzanne, for people who don't know street names, tell them about where that parking lot is located.
Well, I think most people
Real close to the
It's
courthouse.
real cool. It's behind the courthouse, and if you're looking at the front of the courthouse, it's off behind it to the left.
Okay.
And the new
Going
apartment
down the hill.
Going down the hill, and the new apartment complex, the Drake.
The Drake.
Yep, right across the street from
There's no telling how much he paid for that sponsorship.
Yeah. There's a reason why
They're one of our sponsors.
I'm still living with my parents.
So it's going to be held September 26th. The Fall Fest, it's going to be awesome. We've got 2 wonderful bands. The whole event runs from 3 to 8 o'clock, and the Chili Cook-Off runs from 3 to 5 in conjunction with the Fall Fest. We've got Boomerang, the band, from 3 to 5, and then we have Box of Rocks from 6.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah, it's going to be good,
Oh,
from
they're
6
great.
to 8. And we've got vendors, we've got food trucks, we've got a kids zone. I don't even know where to start. We've got inflatables and petting zoo and axe throwing for adults, not for the kids. So it's a great event, and there's going to be a lot of things going on.
All right,
So
the
mark
da-
your calendars.
The date is
September 26th. It's a Saturday.
okay.
It's coming up.
Yeah,
Just a little over a month away.
more than a month away.
Yeah.
I'll be here before you know it.
If someone wants to enter the Chili Cook-Off, are there still slots available?
There are.
Okay.
We're getting short on those slots as we get closer. But yes, we will make room for those participants for sure. And the other thing is for the cook-off, we've got 2 different categories. We've got more than that. But anyway, there's judge's choice, and there's that. There's $500 for first place, $400 for second place, and $300 for third place.
That is not chump change
No.
there.
No,
You'll get some teams at $500, $400.
5, yep. And then there's also People's Choice. And People's Choice vote for their best chili. They vote for the best decorated booth and the most creative chili name. So there's also $100 for each of those, and then a prize. Then we have another category for all of our first responders who are joining in the fun. And they, as a separate category, which is a People's Choice Award, they have also $500, $400, and $300 for the first responders. So there's wonderful prize money. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community event. People have a blast, and it's family friendly. It's Fall Fest is free. Anybody can join in the fun, and then the chili cook-off. It's a $10 taste. So you get your spoon in your cup, and kids under 12 are free, and you go around to all the chili competitors and vote for your favorite.
And it's a good beginning to fall.
When you get your spoon in your cup, does it come with a Pepsi?
I think the Boy Scouts are going to have a milk station.
That's smart. That's smart.
A little iced tea.
And also,
Something to help with
every year the Kiwanis Club has a primary beneficiary of the cook-off.
Okay.
So 2 years ago it was the Youth Education Foundation. Last year it was our 2 Shop with a Cop programs for the Sheriff's Department and the City Police. And this year it's Kids Place.
Okay.
So that's the primary beneficiary this year.
Kids Place, remind
It's
me.
a domestic violence.
Yeah, they help. They supply a safe haven for abused kids.
And they do
locally.
also the forensic interviews and all of that. One of my friends worked for them for a long time. And it's a wonderful organization that helps children that have been impacted and families be impacted.
Exactly.
Cool.
So we're very proud to be able to help them out this year.
All right. So September 26th
Yes.
on a Saturday. And 3 to 5
3 to
is
5
the
for the
cook-off,
cook-off,
and then 3 to
8 is the entire event.
is the
Yes.
whole deal. Right?
Yeah, and the what we've run into previously is we typically have to close the fun zone down when it gets dark because
it's dark.
It gets crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kids can't see, parents can't see their kids in the fun, in the inflatables and that sort of thing. So I do want to let people know that ahead of time that when it gets dark, the fun zone will close. It's usually about 7:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're right for it.
Awesome.
So it's a good time.
Good time.
Good time.
Historically, what do we have?
Well, we're going to finish talking about famous horses. And we got notes here. Here are famous American horses. We talked about Tennessee walking horses last week. So we're going to do famous American horses. So who in 1973 won the Triple Crown?
Secretariat.
The first in 25 years, and the record still stands. And then in the 1920s, there was Man of War.
And Secretariat came down from that lineage.
Yes, from that line.
It's amazing, those lines. It's like walking horses. When you start tracing the lines, it's amazing.
And he won 20 out of the 21 races. There's some other horses. I'm going to let Mama talk about some of these because I can't read her handwriting. But anyway,
let that smug look be shown on the radio.
Let that be noted today.
I have nice handwriting.
But anyway, we're going to talk about pop culture horses too. So, who was Roy Rogers' Golden Palomino?
I could tell you.
It wasn't Trigger.
Trigger.
Yep.
You know he's stuffed.
And Trigger,
Yeah, he is stuffed. And he was in 90 films and 101 television shows. Mr. Ed. And then,
I remember Mr.
I
Ed.
love that show. That as silly as that show was, how cute that was. That Mr. Ed.
My grandparents loved that one.
Back years
You're too young.
My grandparents' house, I saw
Back
it.
years ago when we went to the beach and I had such pitiful
Oh yeah, in Gulf
television
Shores, that was
reception,
the only thing you
that's
could.
when-
Pitiful time.
Now, Suzanne, one thing you got to understand, a ground rule about this show, Drake doesn't like anything that's not at least 3 times older than
I
he
should
is.
know that by now.
Yeah. He likes nothing current.
And then we got
Some movies.
Hi-Ho Silver Away, the Lone Ranger's
Ranger.
horse,
Yep.
and Tonto's horse Scout. And then National Velvet, The Pie. That's one of the movies that Elizabeth Taylor was in as a young lady. Black Beauty, Spirit as a horse. Most Disney has a ton of horses in their things. Maximus is my favorite in Tangled. He's got attitude. I would like.
He does.
Keep up with the current Disney movies, so
and
we'll have
so-
something.
That's a cute movie. I grew up on that one.
Yes,
It's a cute movie.
Then My Friend Flicka and all of the other.
I forgot about that one.
That was on Saturday morning.
Yes,
It was a
and-
black stallion.
Yes,
wasn't it?
and then the book, Red Pony by John Steinbeck.
Oh, that's a good story.
And then Gene Autry's Horse Champion,
Who actually came to Columbia.
Yes, and also Elvis had horses, Tennessee Walking horses. At one time, they gave a Graceland Cup at the celebration, but they quit.
still
They
did.
they stopped. They stopped giving that out.
Well, I'll say
So-
Elvis would be disappointed.
Yes, but continue with your other famous
Well,
horses.
I think I have perfectly lovely handwriting.
I've
because
insulted
it's-
So do I, Sheila. I can't believe.
Because in the third grade, Miss Crow was my teacher, and she was a perfectly wonderful teacher, but you just did not do things wrong. And so she was very precise about learning the correct form for handwriting. And mine has, I know it has diminished because I don't write as much as I used to. Okie dokie, these are famous American horses. We mentioned Secretariat and Man of War. And now we're going to talk about some of these from the olden days. Alexander the Great had a coal-black charger. He was the most famous in the ancient world. He was born on the same day as Alexander the Great, and he died at 30 from battle wounds, and his name was Bucephalus. And I've never seen that before.
Is that where the old southern name
I don't know.
Bocephus came from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bocephus, I think it came from a dummy.
I don't know.
From what I
We
understand.
we need to look that up. Napoleon's Arabian was named Marengo.
And that's in the painting, the famous painting of Napoleon.
Yeah. And then we have some other famous horses. There was one named Comanche, who was the lone surviving U.S. Army horse of the Battle of the Bighorn.
Okay.
The only one.
And he became the mascot for the 7th Cavalry Regiment after
At least
that.
for a little while.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, then the most famous horse that we never heard of in Australia and New Zealand is a horse named Phar, Phar, Lap, Lap. The winner of the British steeplechase, the winner of the Grand National, who holds fame, is named Red Rum. Robert E. I guess we could say something about that.
Yeah.
Robert E. Lee's sturdy gray horse was named
Traveler. Because he was known for his strength, speed, and endurance. And at Arlington House in Washington, at Arlington National Cemetery, that was Robert E. Lee's home because he married into the Custis family, and they have a lock of his hair in a frame there. So
It's like Andrew Jackson's. They've got one of his at the Jackson home.
Yes.
Well, they used to preserve things like that.
Horse hair.
Well, then they did human hair. That's
They-
another
yeah,
one.
They cut him off the head in the
raised and stuff,
casket.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow box.
Does anybody know what George Washington's horse was named during the American Revolution?
I knew this at one time.
Blueskin.
Okay.
Oh,
I wouldn't have guessed
Yeah.
that.
I'd love to know where that name came
I
from.
know.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't know.
That's a strange name
Yeah,
for a
it
horse.
is. Well, so is whatever Far. He
Yeah,
came from
I
New
think
Zealand.
That's those people who have British backgrounds and they were confused about their vowels. Phar. I think that's a possibility. The most decorated mare in the combat in Korea was named Sergeant Reckless. And we forget sometimes that they depended on horses and mules in combat and in battles, and still use some horses and such and mules in the proper places. Now we have to do something legendary because I love mythology. Who was the winged horse in mythology? Starts with a P.
Pegasus.
Ellie Grace, you knew that. I mean, Shirley.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. Pegasus. And Don Quixote's horse was Rocinante. Remember Man of La Mancha?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rocinante.
Don Quixote. And we will conclude with Julius Caesar's horse, remember those Greeks and Romans had all kinds of notions about things. It was early science and confused religion, but they decided, the augurs who predicted the future, decided that whoever could ride this horse would become the ruler of the world. Julius Caesar. His name was Austercole.
How do you spell that?
Austercone. Now I never heard that before, and I've taught mythology and studied all that stuff when I didn't have anything else to do. But I don't know. That's very strange to me.
Well, I figured that'd be in our Latin somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I took 2 years of Latin, and I wouldn't take anything for having Latin, and I am so sorry that the schools don't think Latin is current enough.
Well, some things we have to get current on are bills that we need to pay. We'll be right back with Inside Middle Tennessee.
This is Trip Stoltz with Columbia Ace Hardware. I love listening to 101.7 WKOM FM, Columbia, Tennessee.
This is Mark Curry at the Trailer Store. We are a local, family-owned business. Every day, I work with my wife, Susie, my mother, Becky, and my son, Justin. We offer a full line of lawnmower trailers, utility trailers, stock trailers, and a full line of trailer parts. We also offer service. Come see us at 1021 New Lewisburg Highway. Call us at 931-381-2795. That's 931-381-2795.
This is Delp Kennedy. My sister and I owned a building in downtown Columbia. We wanted to sell it. We engaged Debbie Matthews, Nashville Realty Company, as our agent for the sale of the property. The experience was absolutely amazing. Debbie worked tirelessly to get our expectations and then to show the property many, many times. And then when the contract was signed, she worked tirelessly to get the thing to close, including getting the building all cleaned out and a final walkthrough with the new buyer. I could not give a higher recommendation to anybody than I do to Debbie Matthews.
Hey, this is Seth Moss at Tennessee Valley Equipment, a premier FAE PrimeTech, Bandit, and Surex dealer. We are your dealer for all of your land clearing and forestry mulching needs. We sell equipment, provide repair service, and parts along with a rental fleet of mulching equipment. We also offer mulching teeth, blades, and sharpening. Our number one priority is getting you up and running as quickly and affordable as possible. Tennessee Valley is located at 300 Santa Fe Pike in wonderful Columbia, Tennessee. Stop by or give us a call today at 931-981-9812.
Hi, I'm Kelly Dobson, owner of Caring Hearts Home Healthcare here in Columbia. For 20 years, we've helped seniors live safely and comfortably at home, right where they belong. We're local, we're hands-on, and we're proud to be voted Best of Maury County for in-home care. Whether it's 1 day a week or 7 days a week, Caring Hearts is here for your family, just like we've been for hundreds of others. Call us today at 931-381-5470 or visit us online or come see us in person at 1121 Trotwood Avenue, Suite 2 here in Columbia.
Summer's here, and Trips Ace Hardware in Columbia has everything you need to make the most of it. From RecTech grills and steel power equipment to gifts, outdoor essentials, and the helpful service you can count on, we're here to help you tackle every project and enjoy every weekend. Whether you're firing up the grill, working in the yard, or just stopping in for that one thing you need, come see us at Trips Ace Hardware, 112 East James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee. Your helpful place.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hi, I'm Morgan Luck, a local licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Columbia, Tennessee. Turning 65 and choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let me help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 615-586-9906 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment, virtually by phone or in person, to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts. Service and product availability may vary by state. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
On to the main straightaway. Green flag goes in the air.
Heads to New Hampshire.
Trouble turn number 3. One truck on fire.
Where the final spots in the chase are on the line.
Here's Caden Honeycutt up off of turn number 7. He's got 5 truck links off the corner. Checkered flag is out.
It's the Team EJP 175.
Saturday, August 22nd at 12 noon on WKOM 101.7 FM.
Hey, this is Drake and my dog Carl from the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Summer heat in southern Middle Tennessee is no joke, and your animals feel it too. With record-setting temperatures and high humidity, it's critical to keep your pets and livestock cool, shaded, and hydrated. Make sure they have constant access to clean water, shelter from the sun, and never leave them in a parked car, not even for a minute. Take care of your animals like family, because they're counting on you.
What's your favorite radio station?
101.7 WKOM.
Oh!
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling.
All right. Now, you've got me again. I want to listen to this one a little bit.
It's a good song.
I'm crazy.
All right, leave it on, Drake. I got a question for you.
All right.
Who wrote it?
Willie Nelson.
Dadgummit. I'd like to fool him, but I can't.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Who got her to record it? We've got Tony Sal joining us this
Yeah,
morning.
Tony, you can get
You
to the
can
microphone.
talk here.
We don't mind.
Yeah, who was it?
Who got
Patsy
Willie Nelson and got Patsy to record it?
Now, I don't know who got it to Willie
They
Nelson.
went to her house to get her to do it.
But
Who did?
her about it?
Oh, I don't know.
Billy Walker.
Billy Walker.
Billy Walker.
All right,
Okay.
now you're going to have to explain to our audience a little bit more about Billy Walker.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know a lot about Billy Walker. I've never really listened to his stuff.
Big tall guy from
We're on.
Big talk. So.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, there's some things to do that are happening in town, and Drake covers that also at his 11 o'clock show. But I try to start it early because
She gives me some good inspiration.
I give him inspiration.
All right, if we're
for
going to
him.
pitch the 11 o'clock show, tell
Yes.
everybody what station it's on.
Yeah, what station is it on?
It is on 103.7 WKRM.
Okay.
Yeah, our sister station, still FM. That's also 1340 AM. but-
Historically.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, 103.7 WKRM, not OM.
No, OM. So anyway, they've got the Murray County Fairest of the Fair is happening. The competition will kick off at 10 a.m. Saturday at Columbia State Community College's Cherry Theater. Online applications have closed, but sign-ups can still be made at the door on the day of the event, with contestants welcome from all Tennessee counties, not just Murray County.
So you could put your fancy dress on and just show up out there.
Well, a question I have, have we ever had a Fairest of the Fair from outside the county?
I don't know. Usually used to, you had to live within the county, but I don't know. That has all changed. And then the Marshall County 4-H Open Goat Show at the in Lewisburg at the Marshall County Expo Center on Robin Hood Road. I love that, Robin Hood Road. It kicks off at noon Saturday. Entries can be registered online through midnight Friday. So if you're like 10 o'clock at night and say, I'm going to be bored tomorrow, let's register our goat and go to the show.
We could register one of ours and put a little red ribbon around his neck.
Well, before we laugh too hard at this, do remember, I think Marshall County is the #1 producer of goats in the state.
Yes, they
My
are.
grandfather was the late Jerry Vaughn was he farmed goats for several years, and his cousin, the late Steve Gillum, was big time involved with Goat Festival. I
Right.
mean, that's just it's a big deal.
And you'll also need to have your current health paperwork for your animals. So whatever animal tests goats have to
The
have.
goats have a Coggins test.
I don't, maybe. But we do. I can sidebar this because Tony Sal's sitting in this room. When Ellie Grace was little, we went to the Sunset Rhythm and Vines at the Natchez Hills Winery. The Rotary Club was putting it on. Papa was in Rotary. Tony's in Rotary. Mike Ford's in Rotary. There's Eddie Abels. There's a whole bunch of them. Charlie Tisher. Whole bunch of them are in Rotary. Tom and Huck's in there and all that. Anyway, Mike Ford got a baby goat to auction off at the live auction. Tony Sal took Ellie Grace from me and held her arm up, and we got a $300 goat. But what we didn't know that there was other people running it up. I finally gave them like the stare down, like, listen, this is a little girl that is getting the goat. Quit running.
Back off.
Back off.
Right.
So anyway, that night that started our Mockingbird Hill Farm, which has historically dealt in horses. We started our goat family, and she is still alive, and her name is Unicorn Haybell.
Unicorn Haybell.
I don't remember how old Ellie Grace was.
I don't
but
know.
She was sitting in Tony's lap and of course, the auctions are always so much fun
And
Eddie
lively,
Abels-
and
Eddie
it was
Abels
great.
does such a good job, but I think they thought Eddie would pay for it, and I think Eddie said, "Well, boys, get your money out."
And then it was like everybody pitched in and got Ellie Grace the goat. So we have the goat, and she would not be quiet. She would cry all the time because they're herd animals, right? And and she actually came from the farm across the street from us. So Papa and Ellie Grace went over there and bought another goat from Mr. Wells, and that's how we got Sparkle Pancake. And so we that was our two goats, and then we tried to teach Ellie Grace about the importance of agriculture and the importance of raising animals and selling them, and doing all that. And Unicorn Haybell had her first two babies, Sunshine Beach and Rumble Bumble. Rumble Bumble has the beautifulest horns I have ever seen. And anyway, we tried to convince her it was time to go to the auction barn with the babies. And she said, once they're here, they stay here. So I feel a zoo is in my future because she wants to be a veterinarian. But anyway, and then we ended up with one more goat from one of Mom's friends, and his name is Whiskey Tisky. So we have 5 goats in the backyard that live with Ellie Grace's horse named Flower Girl. So
I could tell Eddie's wasn't naming them.
no, Ellie Grace came up with all the names, and I have a notebook because one night she was in the figuring out names for animal mood, and so because as kids are, they're creative. They come up with all kinds of names for all kinds of things.
She was very creative.
My cat was Mama Kitty. That's how creative I was at her age when she was little. And so I had a notebook in my purse, and I wrote down every name she came up with, and we have used almost all of them.
But she says you cannot sell your family. That once they're here, they're here.
Yeah.
So there's that. Also, I digressed, and I'm so sorry. But then Picking in the Park in Spring Hill is happening.
What park is it?
It's going to be at the Harvey Park on Miles Johnson Parkway. So that's the one, the old park that's in downtown.
It's right by Aubrey's, the new restaurant.
Yes. And then the lineup will include Matt Myers, Samantha Ava Duo, Adventure Mobile, and Missing Pieces. My goodness. Bussing Bowls food truck will be on site. They accept cash or card, no check, y'all. And then this month's Picking in the Park is sponsored by Honest One Auto Care, Southern Electric, Lee Company, Wagner Mortgage Group, and Everforth Glide Fast Consulting. Okay, so that's things going on around. And football.
We do have football.
Yeah, so our game of the week on the Front Porch Sports Network with Maury County Public Schools is Battle Creek at Mount Pleasant. So that means we will have our game day show starting at 5 p.m. Kickoff of the game is at 7 p.m. on 101.7. Also available on streaming. Columbia Central is up in Dixon on the road tonight.
That's always the
traditional
That's
rivalry.
the always.
Yes.
Oh, I have been, yes.
So that game will start at 7, be on 103.7 radio. Barry Duke, Dallas Workman, Maverick Dickinson, Lewis Maddox on the call up there. Then there's one more game going on with one of our area teams, but we cannot stream it due to streaming restrictions. Spring Hill is playing at Summit. Summit does not allow people to come in and stream games if they are not Summit people, and I will say it plainly like that on radio. So we are not allowed to stream that game. So best of luck to Spring Hill. In that game, we'll hopefully get scores reports from that. And then after the game of the week tonight, we will have our first ever post-game show with myself, Chris Gow, and Lewis Maddox kind of recapping all the scores and the action. That'll be on 101.7 at the conclusion of the game of the week tonight.
Landon, remind me, I know that Mount Pleasant is a 2A school.
Yes.
What is Battle Creek?
They are 4A, then I believe they're projected to be 6A once they get the entire population of the school, which they do now.
I thought they
have
had it
seniors,
now.
but once, projected, once they grow and
Yeah.
more people move into the area, I think they're going to be a 6A school. I think.
Do they have room to be a 6A school when
It's
you
a
built the
pretty. I mean,
school?
it's a pretty big school. So, but they're
Okay.
4A right now. They're 4A right now in the same
Okay.
division as Spring Hill High School.
Well, for Mount Pleasant to jump up 2 classifications, that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah.
You know. as
But I
far-
mean, Mount Pleasant won last year when they played, so I think it should be a good game tonight, though. That's
Well, Mount Pleasant for a 2A school this year, I think, is highly ranked in
They
the
are.
state.
They are.
For their classification, so
Yes.
that'll be pretty good.
Well, and at the same time tonight, as game of the week, where I would usually be, I'm going to be, instead of at game of the week, I will be covering the Columbia State's new buildings opening and drone show, which is at 6:30.
I heard Tom talking about that on the news. And I thought first they said a drum show, and then I realized they were
Drone.
saying drone show. So we've moved into the modern era.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be there interviewing folks there and getting pictures and videos. You'll be able to catch that on our WKOM WKRM Instagram page and probably our Facebook page as well. I'll have it all posted all over there. But that should be a lot of fun. They've been working on that new building for a good while now. It's at least a year. I've seen it under construction.
Well, this is the 60th year for Columbia State, and Columbia State. I think I was a sophomore in college when Columbia State opened, because I remember going to see the Johnsons. And the first time I remember anybody saying
All right,
something.
the Johnsons is Lyndon Johnson and Lady
Lady
Bird.
Bird.
We're here.
But the first time I can remember anybody talking about having a college in Murray County, I was in the 5th grade. Now, it took them from the time I was in the 5th grade till I was a sophomore in college to get it here.
Those wheels grind slowly.
Oh, they just barely grind.
Somewhat.
But people were so excited. I remember my teacher said, "Oh, won't that be wonderful? Our children can stay here and go to college." But they'd all be grown and have grandchildren by the time it was built.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm a proud alumni of Columbia State, proud to be a Charger.
It is such a wonderful thing to have this in town
It
for
is.
people to be able to get their degrees here, their associates, and then go on to the 4-year colleges to finish out with their bachelors.
Yes.
And the dual enrollment that they do is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
what I
it
did.
is.
I did that when I was in school.
And that helps y'all. I did not do dual enrollment because I loved being a high school student so much.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I did not want
to stay and play.
I wanted to stay and be in high school and then go off to college, but I have seen it where my friends were able to go ahead and get ahead.
It helps you a lot. It helped me a lot.
By the way, I want to bring up something that would be near and dear to your heart. Last night when I went and shot the Whitthorne game, Whitthorne Spring Hill, and Cord Martin was out there doing the Whitthorne band.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing a very good job with molding clay, so to speak,
Yeah.
out there.
Did they march?
They did not march.
Well, when I was at Whitthorne, we marched.
Yeah.
We
Well,
marched on homecoming when I was at
You know,
Whitthorne.
I got to applaud Cord because
should.
it's
He's amazing.
It helps out Columbia High School's band so much to have a good band director at the middle school and to kind of get them to where they're ready to play.
Oh, yes. I saw this morning when I dropped Ellie Grace off, there were kids taking their tubas back in, and there was a bass drum pulled out of a trunk and all that. I will say some of my favorite times are the times I was with my friends in the band and what we did to help bring morale and boost morale when the game was going south. So,
all right, folks, it's going to be a great weekend. Hope you get out in it. We'll be back next week with Inside Middle Tennessee.
Some trails are happy ones, others are blue. Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. An alleged ISIS-inspired terror plot foiled. In New York, a 35-year-old Albany woman is under arrest, accused of plotting an attack on the state capitol, looking to kill lawmakers and destroy the legislative seat of state government.
The allegations in this complaint are deeply disturbing. That someone would harbor such hatred toward our way of life and seek to target the New York State Capitol and New York State senators.
John Sarcone with the U.S.